Banahene Tutorial Collections welcomes you to this special video, and we are going to explore some useful keyboard shortcuts that can enhance and also improve our productivity when working within this special software, which is Microsoft Word. So let's get right in and identify the most useful keyboard shortcut we can explore when it comes to document creation. I have this document well created, and if I want to select multiple words in this document, I can double click on the word and then hold down my control key and double click to select multiple words. And if you have any formatting you want to apply to these selected words, you can do so based on your requirements. Now if I select this paragraph and I hold down the control key and the letter B, this is going to bold these selections, and you can also apply this to selected words. So if I double click on this word, I can bold it by using the control key and the letter B, and you can see the effect here. When I hold Ctrl plus A on the keyboard, this selects the entire document or all the content that we have in this particular Word document. When I select this heading of this document and hold the control key and the letter E, this center this selection to the center of this Word document. So Ctrl plus E is to align a selection of text to the center of your Word document. If I use Ctrl plus L on the keyboard, this moves the selection to the left margin of your Word document. You can also use Ctrl plus R, and that also aligns your selection to the right. If I select this paragraph and hold Ctrl plus J on the keyboard, this is going to justify your selection, and that is going to match the margin of your Word document. Now currently we don't have our ruler activated. If you want to do so, you can go to the View tab and then choose Ruler. And now when you come back to your Word document, we have these margins at the left and also the right of your Word document, and these selections that we have, which has been justified, the end and also the beginning of the selection matches the margin which is placed on the ruler. So Ctrl plus J is used to justify your selection to match the margin in your Word document. Now that this selection is selected, when I hold Ctrl plus C, this is going to copy this selection into the clipboard of Microsoft Word. So when I move to the Home tab and choose this clipboard arrow, which is the clipboard task pane, and that opens this task pane, I have this copied item in this clipboard task pane. So Ctrl plus C is used to copy a selection in Microsoft Word into our clipboard task pane. Now when you look at this Word document, I have some repeated words and I want to replace them with another word. So I have a video here, I have this video also here, and when you navigate through this document, you have a lot of words that are similar to what I have just selected here, which is the video. Now if I want to have a replacement on these words, I can use Ctrl plus H on the keyboard. This opens the Find and Replace dialog box, and I have the option to find a word in this field. So I'm going to type video, and I'm going to replace this word with footage. Now after making this modification to have all these words which are video replaced by the footage, I'm going to hold the Alt key and the letter A on the keyboard, and this gives me the pop-up message that all done, we made 25 replacements. Therefore I'm going to hit Enter key, and also to close this window I'm going to hold the Alt key and the F4. Now when I come back to my document or my Word document, I have footage, and when you navigate, any word that represents video has been replaced by the word footage. So this is a quick way to use your keyboard shortcut to find and also replace words in your created document. Now when I hold Ctrl plus A on the keyboard, this selects the entire document, and if I want to delete, I can press the delete key on the keyboard, and this deletes every content that we have in this Word document. And let's assume that this is a mistake or an error which has been occurred. If you want to reverse this action, you can use Ctrl+Z on the keyboard, and this is going to reverse the action that we just did in our Word document. If you want to redo this action, you can use Ctrl+Y on the keyboard, and that is also going to perform the redo action in Microsoft Word. So let's bring back our content by holding Ctrl+Z. Now when I hold Ctrl+J on the keyboard, I have this go to dialog box, and the go to command is selected. And when you come to go to what, we have page, we have section, we have line, we have bookmark, we have comments, and we have footnote. We have a lot of options here, and if I want to move to a specific page within my Word document, I can select page and then have this field where I am going to enter the page number. So if I click here and type the number 3 and then click on this go to dialog box, this is going to jump me to page 3 in this Word document. So this is a quick way of navigating through your Word document if you have a lot of pages created in your Word document. So Ctrl+J allows you to navigate or go to a specific section or page in Microsoft Word. When I hold Ctrl+F, this opens this navigation pane, which is also known as the find text pane, and we have this field. Let's assume that we have a lot of pages, assuming we have 100 or 200 pages in our Microsoft Word document, and we have a lot of words which are repeating themselves. We can use this field to select or identify these words, and if we have any modifications or changes we want to apply to this word, we can do so. So when I type footage in this field, this is going to highlight all footage words in this document. So you can see I have this highlighted, and when I scroll up, you can see that all words that I typed in this find text pane field has been highlighted. And if we have any changes or modifications, or we want to know the number of appearance of this word, we can do so. When you go to the text pane, we have 25 results. It means that this word is repeating itself 25 times in this Word document. So this is a quick way to use your keyboard shortcut to improve your productivity in Microsoft Word. Now when I select a word or a paragraph and I hold Ctrl+D on the keyboard, this opens the font dialog box, and I have the option to change the font type, the font style, font size, font color, and also apply some advanced formatting to this selection. And whenever you are doing this, you are going to have a preview in this section, and this is also a quick way to get access to your normal and also advanced formatting to your Word document. You can also use Ctrl+Shift+F on the keyboard, and this also brings out this same window in your Word document. And a quick way, if you move to the font group, we have this dialog box launcher. When you click on it, this also brings out this window, and you can use this window to format your selected text or document in Microsoft Word. At a point in time, if you want to italize some words or some selection of text in your Word document, let's assume that I select this multiple words. Then you can hold Ctrl+I on the keyboard, and this is going to italize your words. And we have a feature in Microsoft Word known as hyperlink, and when you get access to web pages or websites, we have hyperlinks that jumps us to a different web page. And you can also create hyperlink in Microsoft Word. When you select a word, you can hold Ctrl+K on the keyboard. This opens the insert hyperlink in Microsoft Word, and you have the option to choose any of these options and link your selected text to any web page or any document on your computer system. So if I want to link this selection to a web page, I can click here and type the URL of that particular web page. So if I want to link this to Facebook, I can type www.facebook.com. Then you click on OK, and when you get back to your Word document, we have this Word in hyperlink form. When I place the pointer on it, it gives you the screen tip. Hold Ctrl and click to follow this link, and we have the website address on this particular screen tip. So if I hold my Ctrl key, I get this link select icon, and when I click on this, I'll get access to the Facebook web page on my computer system. So this is how to create hyperlink in Microsoft Word using Ctrl plus key. Now when you are working within your Word document and you want to open a new document, you can use Ctrl plus N on the keyboard, and now you can see that I have a new document created. So there is nothing in this document area, so I can start entering my data or my information into this particular document. Now let's assume that you have an existing file or existing document on your computer system and you want to access it and operate on it. What you can do is to hold Ctrl plus O on the keyboard, and this opens the open interface at the backstage view, and you have the option to select any of your existing document or file in this section. You can also browse or get access to your disk PC and identify a document which is not shown in this section. Then you click to open. So this is how to use your shortcut key Ctrl plus O to open an existing document. If you want to print this document, you can hold Ctrl plus P, and this brings out the print settings configuration, and we have our preview here. We can apply all the configurations or customizations that we want to a Word document. Then we have a printout of it. Now when you are working within your document and you want to save modifications or changes applied to it, you can hold Ctrl plus S on the keyboard, and that is going to save your Word document. Now at a point in time, if you want to create a hanging indent in Microsoft Word, you place your cursor on a line of text within a paragraph, then you hold Ctrl plus T. This is going to keep where the cursor is blinking and indent the following line of text below the line of text that has the blinking cursor. So this is how to create a hanging indent using Ctrl plus T. Now when I place a cursor in a paragraph and hold Ctrl plus M, this is going to increase the indentation of this paragraph, and if I want to decrease the indentation of this paragraph, I can hold Ctrl plus Q, and that is going to move this paragraph to its original location. So these are some of the shortcuts you can utilize in Microsoft Word. When I select this text and hold Ctrl plus U, this is going to underline the text. When I hold Ctrl plus U again, that is going to reverse this particular action. So you can see the effect available in this document. Now let's open a new document, and let's assume that we have this text here. If you want to close this document, which is an active document, but you want to retain the window of the application, then you can use Ctrl plus W, and this will give you this option. If you need to change your modifications applied to your document, you can choose save. If you don't want to save, you can choose don't save. And when you do so, this is going to close your Word document and the application will be opened on your computer desktop. So Ctrl plus W is used for closing an active document. If you want to close the entire document, you can use the Alt key and the functional key F4, and that is going to close your document from this Windows interface. Now I'm going to move to the end of this document by holding Ctrl plus End. and this moves me to the end of the document. If you want to move to the beginning of your document, Control plus Home, and as you can see, I'm going to align this to the left margin, Control plus L. When I move to the end, I have this list available here, and if I select this list and hold Control plus X, this is going to cut this information from this location. And when I move to a different location, I can position this selected text which has been cut from its original location. So if I click here and hit the enter key, and now I'm going to hold Control plus V, this is going to paste this cut selection into this current location. So Control plus X is used for cutting selected text. Control plus V is used for pasting a cut or a copied item. So these are some of the keyboard shortcuts we want to explore within this Word document. Another tip is when I hold the Alt key, this brings number and also letter representation on our ribbon. So if you want to access the Home tab, you can press the letter H. If you want to access the View tab, you can press the letter W. And when you do so, you also have these letters on these commands, and if you want to access any of these commands, you press the letter representation of it. This is very useful when you don't have the computer mouse connected and you want to create a Word document. Then you can use this particular tip. Hold the Alt key and use these letters to manipulate your Word document in Microsoft Word.